Hi, it's Friday. Well done, my little chicken cutlets, for making it to the end of another week. Just gonna fiddle with my computer for a minute because I'm gonna see if I can get this live up on my computer so I can see all your comments and shit, because sometimes Facebook likes to make life hard for us all, let's face it. Hello, say hello when you're on, so that I know that I'm talking to real people and not just my reflection. Hey, Michelle. So today is live Q&A with me. I am Sally, your host. Every Friday around this time, I host a live Q&A. This is your chance to answer me, to ask me your food, fitness, body image, motivational, well-being, mental well-being questions. There are no silly questions, as my grade 7 teacher, Miss Marnie, told me. Pop them in the comments and make sure you tag me just in case I don't see them so I can come back to it later. We're also going to be talking about my top 3 insights from the week. And today's topic with my top 3 insights is how to actually stick with an exercise program long term so that you don't want to lose the will to live. Because I get it, exercises can be boring and shit sometimes, right? But first, I want to talk to you about my day. My day was a little bit different today. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Courtney. Good to see you here. I attended a mental health course. As I do see clients with anxiety and depression and some body image and eating disorders, I like to keep my mental health skills fresh so that I know that I'm giving my clients the very best care that they can have. And something really interesting popped up in the course today, and that was the instructor was harping on about exercise being clinically proven to be a good way to manage anxiety and depression. Now, you probably know this, right? We kind of all know that. It's like, we should all brush our teeth. Yeah, we all know exercise is good for us and it's good for our mental health. But what she didn't talk about, which is something that I'm going to touch on, is just how bloody hard it can be to actually start an exercise program when you are suffering depression or you do have anxiety. And that's where I come in. Because of my professional understanding of mental health and that I put compassion at the forefront of personal training, I'm able to bridge the gap. I'm able to remove some of those barriers to exercise that people with depression and anxiety face. Some of those barriers being, is that person going to judge me? Feelings of overwhelm, feelings of not feeling good enough. Perhaps wondering if the personal trainer is going to understand your point of view and is going to, be nice to you rather than just yell at you. So I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a counselor, but having those insights into mental health and having compassion at the forefront of my service means that I can help women with anxiety and depression start to feel a bit more positive about exercise and remove some of those scary big barriers like feeling overwhelmed and feeling like someone else is judging you. And this is something that I offer in my approach to my private one-on-one clients, but it's also something I'm like a non-judgmental approach and a compassionate approach I'm offering in a 4-week program that I've got going live in January called the Motivational Toolkit. A little bit more about that later. So into our topic for today, how do you actually stick with exercise without hating it, without losing the will to live? My top 3 insights. So thing number 1, you're going to stop doing this. I'm going to exercise 5 days a week and cut out all alcohol and all sugar and all caffeine, and I'm going to drink green smoothies, and I'm going to walk my dog at 5 a.m. each morning, and I'm going to enroll my kids into yoga class with me, and I'm going to become a Zen master, and I'm going to go out and drink kale juice all day, and I'm going to go for a run 6 times a week, and then I'm going to join CrossFit. Stop doing that. Stop it. It's never worked for you before, choosing 600 things to change. It's not going to work for you again. Chances are you'll just feel overwhelmed, and then you feel a bit shit because you weren't able to hang on to all those commitments, which is totally normal because you made too many commitments anyway. So it's okay. Instead, you're going to do this. I'm going to make one change. Just one. Some examples. 60-second stretch as soon as you wake up. Go for a 20-minute walk twice a week. do one yoga class on a Sunday morning. Oh my God, how much more simple does that sound? Doesn't that make you feel a little bit better already? Just thinking about, oh, fuck, I don't have to change 600 things. I only need to change one thing. In fact, you're much more likely to see success and to stick with your exercise long term if you focus on one change at a time. Ace that thing first and then add something else. Okay, thing number 2. Choose movement that feels good. And this is a big part of the Motivation Toolkit, my 4-week online program in January. Don't do the thing that burns the most calories. Don't do the thing that Susan from accounting said is going to sculpt your butt. Don't do the latest YouTube video workout you saw that's like run up and down your stairs 600 times because then you'll get like the thighs of a goddess. Do exercise that physically makes you feel good and makes you light up inside. Some examples: going for a walk, stretching, dancing around in your kitchen with your kids, going to an actual dance class, kayaking, riding a bike, rock climbing. This was me rock climbing. Lifting weights. Notice that only one of those things was like a structured gym workout, which was the lifting weights. There's plenty of ways to move your body that's beneficial for you, that doesn't have to be put into the little Instagram box of fitness. Now, I want to acknowledge here that sometimes it can take a while to actually find exercise that physically feels good and that resonates with your mind. Trial and error. Tough it out. Stick it out, okay? You're much better off trying 4 or 5 different things, and then on the 6th thing you go, fuck yeah, I feel so good doing that. Courtney, for you it's running. Fuck yeah, I feel so good doing that. My stress has gone down. I feel positive about myself. I feel more positive about my body. You're better off taking the time to find that thing because you're going to bloody love it rather than giving up after the first go or not trying at all. Now, that's a bit of a stronger statement, but stick with it and trust me, it is bloody well worth it. Thing number 3, exercise doesn't have to be hard in order for it to be beneficial. Social media has you believing no pain, no gain. You have to be exhausted all the time during the workouts. You have to be jumping from thing to thing and like leaping from falling trees that are on fire in order to, to get fit. Social media is lying to you, not just about fitness, about a lot of things, but mostly about fitness. The truth is, all movement is good. Yes, that includes sex. All movement is good. All movement is going to be helpful to your health and is going to be beneficial for improving your fitness and your strength and your flexibility. Let's do a quick recap. So 3 top tips for sticking with an exercise program and not hating it. Implement one change only. Choose movement that feels good and know that it doesn't need to be hard in order for it to improve your fitness. And that's another element that I've put into the Motivation Toolkit, which is my online course that I'll be offering at the start of January. I'm super excited to be launching that. And that's a 4-week online fitness course designed for busy women who wear 600 hats, who want to feel fitter and stronger and more motivated to exercise on their own without feeling overwhelmed, without feeling like you have to go on a bloody diet, and actually feeling like you can achieve something and you can do workouts that feel good for you. If you want to know more about that, type "I want to know more" in the comments and I will send you a little email with a little bit of information about that. But if this is a Q&A, if you have questions, now is the time to pop them in the comments. You can ask me questions about food, fitness, how to get motivated, exercise, weight. You can ask me questions about weight. Yes, I am a body positive fitness professional, but you can ask me anything. I want you to know that this is a safe space. And if you want to ask me questions about weight loss or weight gain or changes to your body, that's perfectly okay. Okay, someone asked me a question. Otherwise, I just feel like we're all sitting here just looking at each other. Okay. Thanks, Courtney. Courtney says, I know you talk a lot about giving yourself compassion during times you stop exercise when you feel you need to. But how long is too long to stop for? Ooh, good question. It's going to be different for everyone, but I would say when you've probably reached your limit if you're asking that question. It's probably time for you to start moving again. Like, when should we get back into exercise again? Yeah, I mean, I know you. Personally, I think your time is now because you are asking the question. Physically, if you start to feel, a bit sluggish, if you notice those changes to your body, you're feeling a bit more sluggish, you've lost your motivation to exercise. Maybe the way that you view your body has changed. Maybe you notice physically, walking up the flight of stairs to my house is a bit harder than it used to be. So if you're noticing those physical changes to your body, that's a sign. And it's okay that that's happened, but it is a sign as well. Okay, maybe now is the time to start something. And when you do start exercising again, please don't go straight back into it hell for leather at the same level that you were exercising at. Build up gradually over time. So, Courtney, you're going to go for a run tomorrow? Okay, I'm just going to have a scroll through to see if there's any other questions. Tracy, is body positivity glorifying obesity? I find this confusing. Oh, I love it. Such a meaty question. Let me have a swig of my water bottle. There is a big perception out there that having a positive body image is simply about promoting laziness and obesity and unhealthiness. That is false. That is not true. The body positivity movement actually started back in the 60s in America, and it started as a fat acceptance movement. And I'm using that word, fat acceptance, or that phrase, as a physical descriptor, obviously not a derogatory word at all. So I'm just going to keep using that word, fat acceptance, because that is how those people who coined the term, that is the term that they use. The body positivity movement grew out of the fat acceptance movement, which started in the US in the 60s. And this was a social justice movement to allow fat people's voices to be heard, to allow them access to healthcare, to help uplift their voices and dissuade the public from being assholes to them, basically. Yeah, it started way back in the 60s. 2021 on Instagram, body positivity can look like anything from a size 8 woman, pinching a tiny bit of flesh saying, I'm body positive, to a size 28 woman in a bikini on a beach saying, I'm body positive. My personal opinion is that developing a more positive body image can only be positive for your health. In no way do I see that feeling better about the way that your body looks is going to somehow detract from physical health. Science proves that criticism of others will increase a person's weight over time. Science also proves that self-compassion, which I think is closely linked to developing a more positive body image, can help someone lose weight. Now, I'm happy to send you those studies if you like, but that's science. They've done clinical studies on this stuff. It's not just my opinion. So, Tracy, in a nutshell, I don't think that body positivity is promoting obesity. I think that is a U-turn that we've done on social media. I think it's because people find it hard to accept people who live in fat bodies. I think if someone wants to feel more positive about their body image and more positive about their this physical suit that we wear, that can only do good things for our health. Courtney, other times I've gone back to exercise after a break. I find my mindset positive at first, before the first workout. After that, I'm discouraged by being so unfit. Do you have any strategies for tackling that demotivation after the first workouts after a break? Yeah, it sounds like that first workout that you've gone to might be a little bit too hard. If you start with an easier workout, one that you're physically more capable of doing, I'd say that those endorphins are going to flow and you're going to feel positive and motivated after the workout instead of feeling, oh shit, I'm not fit enough. And know that it is completely normal for your body to lose fitness after not doing anything, right? If you didn't brush your teeth for a year, would you expect your teeth to be the same level of whiteness? No, they're going to go a bit yellow. We accept that. That's normal. Just like if you don't work out for a year, your body's going to lose fitness. Completely normal. It's okay. So start at an easier level workout to help boost that motivation. Tracy, I need to find ways to show love to myself. Yeah, that's a tough one, mate. Tracy, you and I are going to talk about this next week. I've got a podcast in mind that I'm going to send to you. Courtney, good point maybe to be a brisk. Yeah, I think going for a brisk walk tomorrow, Courtney, is a great idea instead of going back straight into running. So for those of you that don't know, Courtney used to run. Courtney runs quite a lot and she's taken a little break, which is okay because we all do. I think going for a brisk walk tomorrow is a really good idea. Okay, let's leave it there. Thank you so much for your energy and your time and taking time out for yourself today. Tracy, I'm going to send you a podcast on self-love. Courtney, go for a walk tomorrow. You will feel better for it. If you have more questions, send me a DM or write them in the comments and tag me. Have a great weekend. I'm off to have a bath and rest this giant watermelon bump of mine. I'm going to have some fish and chips. Bye for now.